Welcome to this moment, to this breath, to to our bodies, to our needs, to the sense that all the needs are interconnected, and to the sense of all the needs in Barbara's world, in my experience. I believe all the needs point to love, a need for love. We as a group were unpacking what is when we're having a conversation in our heads before we actually talk to the person. There's so many needs for that. Of course, wanting connection with the other person, wanting the conversation to result in connection. And that, of course, wanting to do it right, right, and um, which of course points back to the original wanting to do it right is our parents wanting love. So how is it to want to be loved? Sometimes we experience love from getting a gift, being understood, and letting the other person know that we love them or care about them if it's not that strong. Letting the other person know they matter to us. And really hoping, wanting to matter to them as well. Feeling that sort of that heart emoji of those hearts going back and forth. I think that's that's the need for me when I'm having a conversation in my head. Not really, whoops, sorry about that. I think that's better. Wanting to wanting to love and be loved. What does that feel like in your body? What does that feel like when you're connecting to those words that you want understood and that you want to hear back? I I don't want to speak for anybody else, but I want people to know that I love them. And I want to know that I'm loved back. Sticking with that, feeling that in my body. And instead of practicing the conversation, well, things are going to happen often in your head, particularly when you're gearing up for something like that, to allow myself to feel that love inside, to have that conversation with myself. I am loved, and I share my love with the world. And it may not be through those words. I may not go to a coworker and say, "Do you know that I love you?" But it's through your smile, your actions, your kindness, your consideration. And what you hear back, of course, is out of your control. You don't know what they've been through this morning or in their lifetime. Whatever words you use are going to stimulate them. Of course, if it's a big emotion, it's much more likely that it has nothing to do with you. Boy, what a great thing to remember and very hard to remember because it hurts. The bigger the emotion, the bigger the expression, bigger the um, reactivity, the more likely that, of course, the person's in pain and it's an old pain. It's one that's been around for a long time. So, this is my version of caring for the other person, knowing that they have a history, feeling into that okayness with their history, acceptance that we have no idea how our words will or do affect another person in some ways. But we know what we want. We want the love, we want the care, we want the connection. Let's give that to ourselves right now. Caring for ourselves, loving ourselves, having deep tenderness for this very young person that, that wants to, that has this idea that if the only they can do it right, they're get this attention from their parents. Very much comes up for me all the time. And it's like, oh yeah, honey, of course you want to be loved. Of course you want to be seen for your efforts, for your skill, for your strength, and your vulnerability, your tenderness, your humanity. So give yourself that now. And then wish it for your loved ones. Know that they have these struggles sometimes. Maybe struggles an exaggeration, but wanting conversations to go well for other people. When you're noticing that, I say, as always, give yourself the love and connection that you want from the other person. Really hoping wholeheartedly that the other person has the same, gains the same. We want that for our loved ones when they are rehearsing a conversation in their head. We want that for the neutral people, the people at the coffee shop maybe or the store that, they'll have a conversation with their boss or coworker that'll go well, or their partner. It makes such a difference in the world when we can relax into those conversations, connecting with our needs. And as I wish this for the whole world, I hope that all the world benefits from our practice, that they're able to experience loving, connecting, understanding conversations. Oops, that can you. There we go. Try again. May all beings benefit from our practice today.